Greetings, Wanderers. Chris from Joyful Wanderer coming to you from Joyful Wanderer Studios. And just behind this camera is Topher's desk where he will book your travel when you give us a call. Today's video was suggested to us by our friend Danica. You may remember her from our Victoria, BC video. Thank you, Danica, for the suggestion. I was just holding off on doing it because this is a very controversial subject in the cruising realm. I've seen people kicked out of Facebook groups due to the arguments caused by this topic. Now, what is this controversial topic? Tipping. Yes, you heard me right. Tipping. Why is tipping so controversial? When you book your cruise, you are agreeing to pay gratuities on top of your cruise fare. Now, you can prepay those gratuities by working with your travel agent or calling customer service for the cruise line. Or you can receive the bill at the end of your cruise. On top of those gratuities, whenever you purchase something at the bar, there is a 15 to 20% gratuity added to what you purchase. So between those gratuities, there really is no need to tip. You don't need to tip. However, if you want to catch your bartender's eye and get their attention and maybe elevate your experience a little bit, tipping is key. Cash is king on the cruise ship. Bring cold, hard cash. Now, why? Why is cash king on the cruise ship? Simple. Money in the hand, rather than waiting for your paycheck to come in. It makes it easier for purchasing necessities when the crew is in port, rather than having to hit an ATM or wait for payday in order to make those purchases. Now, what can you expect when tipping? Well, don't expect anything. However, there is the likelihood it will up the service that you receive. I've personally experienced times where, because Topher and I tip often, the bartenders come to us first to find out what it is we want to drink. Or even if we're back in line, they'll see us and ask if we want our usual. Other instances, in the case of our friend Danica, who suggested this video, we had suggested that she start tipping her bartenders, and she tried it for the past couple cruises she was on, and she noticed a definite change in the amount of service she received. But also, she got invited to a mixology course on Carnival Radiance at the Alchemy Bar. And she doesn't believe she would have gotten that invitation if she hadn't shown the bartender a little extra love. For me personally, when I was on Norwegian Spirit with Topher for our Hawaii to Tahiti cruise, I ended up coming down with COVID right at the end of our cruise. Had to get tested before our flight the next day back home, and I tested positive. And they didn't have any accommodations there at Papeete in Tahiti, so I actually had to stay on the ship for the trip back to Hawaii in order to get back home. And so that was technically a different cruise. And my drink package was no longer valid. But due to the love that we showed the bartenders on our cruise, they returned that love back to me and provided me with a few drinks. Now, they didn't buy all my drinks, but still, it was more than I was expecting. I was very touched by that. So, now, other people you may consider tipping, since we're on the topic, and I don't want to revisit the tipping conversation again, the main dining room waiters. Now, that's included in the prepaid gratuities. So you could do this if you receive some really great service, and you might consider tipping them anywhere between $6 to $8 a day. Your stateroom steward is another good person to tip. Topher and I, we tend to tip $20 up front at the beginning of the cruise. Kind of get their attention. Hey, we might call on you, we might not. And then depending on how much we ended up using them, we'll tip extra. If we didn't use them too much, we might tip $10 to $20 more. If you are in a higher level stateroom, like when we were in the suite, you might get a butler and a concierge. Now, tipping varies. I was doing the research on this one. I believe Topher and I, we did $100 for each. However, I see here the stateroom steward, people might tip, like the butler, anywhere between $200 $300. For the concierge, $20 to $100. Again, it depends on how much you use them. We didn't use our butler all that much. We made more use of the concierge. So again, up to you. The porters before your cruise, very important. Why do you want to lug your bags around on your first day? Give them to the porters, and they will make sure that it gets to your room. The tip for that one, I would say probably about $5 a bag is about average. If you go on excursions, consider tipping the people who are leading your excursions. It could be $10, $15. Really depends on if you've got some value from the excursion. And also, if you did spa treatments. Spa treatments is another one that actually has a prepaid gratuity or a gratuity added in when you book it. However, if you really like the service that you got, you could consider tipping extra. All right, Wanderers, there you have it, tipping them. If you like what you saw here, don't forget to click like, subscribe, click that bell icon to get notifications when we release more videos, and share with your friends, please. Until next time, talk to you later.